flying fuck what he thinks. I'm an internet god. My name is Joe Cronin.
We're listening to the Joe Cronin Show.
Hello everybody there. Right there on the Joe Cronin Show. The hardcore legend Mick Foley.
You're watching the Joe Cronin Show with Joe Cronin. Personality, insight, and insanity. Wrestling talk with attitude.
This is my dear loyal lieutenant, Brother Cronin. He's a good man.
How about this? If you're gonna call the show, grow a sack. If I offend you, fuck you.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
What's up, everybody? I hope you enjoyed the Superstar Shakeup. Because I didn't really, but I hope you guys did, because I feel bad if you didn't enjoy it, because I didn't enjoy it, and that sucks if you guys didn't, because I hate to see other people be miserable too. It was okay in a way. Right, my initial thoughts are, and we're going to take your phone calls. We'll get the phones queued up here in a second. I'll be joined by Jake DeMarco in a second. I just want to get... I just want to say that I think that it was a decent show. I mean, the good thing was I thought there was going to be like a podium again, and there was going to be people like, making picks again and stuff like that. And I wasn't really sure. I guess a shakeup is different than a draft, and for some reason in my mind I thought maybe they mixed the two. Like, hey, we just acquired this person and that person. But they did a little bit of that, but not really. For the most part, they didn't do it that way. So I guess maybe I'm mistaken there, and I do like the idea, I guess, of a shakeup more, where it's like anybody can, show up, anything can kind of happen. In my video earlier today on the Joe Cronin Show, my real YouTube channel, I said that the top 3 people that I would think would show up would be Dean Ambrose, Drew McIntyre, and Big Cass. So we got Drew McIntyre. So that leaves those 2 other guys, possibly, who could show up on SmackDown tomorrow, possibly. And I kind of liked the show at times tonight, but for the most part, again, I was bored. I felt the WWE contradicted themselves a ton tonight with many different elements when you get into sort of waters like this. I just felt there was a lot of contradiction going on in many ways, and I'm not even sure I'll still remember what those contradictions are. But let's welcome in Jake DeMarco. What's up, Jake?
What's going on? Yeah, it was a bit confusing, and your audience shouldn't be asking what the hell is going on, or in the sense of, is this person definitely on Raw, or does that mean they're moving, or there wasn't a lot of clarity tonight. They weren't clear on how things were working. And a lot of the announcements, a good majority, were also happening on Twitter at the same time. They announced, I have a list here of some, but, the Ascension's going over. And just things like that. So you see a lot of people being announced as well as, but it feels like SmackDown's entire mid-card was gutted all at once.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm left at.
Yeah, a lot of the mid-card from SmackDown's gone. But pretty much people I expected to go went. Like the Miz.
It was a little odd that, I'm happy that Jeff Hardy's the U.S. champion, another Grand Slam champion.
That might have been honestly, that was like one of my favorite things of the night, was that match.
Yeah, the opening was solid. I enjoyed it. I even enjoyed Jinder's promo. Thing is that last week you had Jeff involved in the IC, chase of things. Now you have him going for the U.S. title. Whatever, it's fine. That's what these nights are supposed to be. A big hitting the reset button. But I don't know. I'm trying to be as optimistic and positive as I can be here. It's just a few of the choices are odd. I wanted McIntyre to be called up no matter what again. Teaming him with Dolph Ziggler? I don't know, 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. I don't feel like he cares
what
about being a wrestler anymore.
You know what that tells you?
What's that?
They thought that people wouldn't know who Drew McIntyre was.
That, and it kind of feels like, they don't trust his ability to get over on his own.
They were like, well, let's put him in there with Dolph. That way at least people will know who Dolph is.
Yeah, that's certainly someone they can essentially
That's what I mean, that's all I can figure out, because otherwise what... And they'll probably end up wrestling each other, but I mean, it's... I don't know. Yeah. That's all I can say. That's what it looked like to me.
With most of the people I talked with, they said so long as it doesn't last long, and I don't envision that it will, hopefully.
No, it won't, because it won't, because it was done for tonight only, just in case people didn't get it. Like, at least Dolph's there. It was like a crutch.
Yeah, I just don't want to see them booked as a team going forward.
No.
And that would be horrendous, especially for McIntyre, who's worked so hard to get back and be better than he ever was before, surely.
I don't know. Who knows with WWE and how dumb they are? What's going to happen?
It is funny to see how everyone's excited that 3MB is all back on the same show. So you got Jinder, McIntyre, and Slater, all back on the same episode of Raw. So
yeah, it's funny when people are like, hee hee hee. It's like, yeah, we all remember. Okay, great. Don't do it. So don't do it.
It'd be okay if they did like a little mini gag type promo in the back where you saw them kind of bump into each other, but I wouldn't want them to ever get back together.
I don't want them to even do that. That's
worse.
I
think that's too far. Just a bump and a nod to acknowledge it.
No, yeah. If anything, they can't go near each other, because Jinder's supposed to be this sort of dominating heel, and so isn't Drew McIntyre, I guess, now. And then the only person that could get really beat up is Heath Slater. The other 2 guys were the guys that left and ended up coming back like more serious guys. Heath Slater stayed in the WWE and continues to be a joke. So that's kind of funny right there in and of itself.
Right there, yeah. The Wendy's girl is still getting her ass kicked.
What's up, motherfuckers, in the chat? How you guys doing? Raise the roof, motherfuckers. Send this video to all your friends who like wrestling. Share my videos everywhere if you can, because it's been confirmed. The YouTube algorithm, a year ago, the YouTube algorithm was demonetizing videos. We thought behind the scenes it was like a shadow demonetization, where you felt like my videos were being demonetized based on the amount of money they were making. And then a few months later, it came out that there was a problem. And now we're getting confirmation that for a while, channels were getting shadow banned on YouTube. And now we're getting confirmation that there is some kind of shadow banning algorithm, or at least video suppressing algorithm that's out there. It explains why one of my videos about Rusev was pushed and got 10,000 views the other day. Meanwhile, a major video about Roman Reigns that I did ended up with about 2,000 views. And I put Roman Reigns in the title and turning heel. No way that video doesn't get less than 3,000 views almost immediately, within a day. And it's still sitting at 2,400 views. Meanwhile, my Rusev news did 10,000 views. Clearly, that video was suppressed. People like Boogie2988 coming out talking about it. Tons of big YouTubers are recognizing it. They YouTube by themselves took out Onision. They took care of him. So this is a real thing, and my guess is within a few months or within some point, we're going to get an admission from YouTube that they have a new algorithm out there that's basically suppressing videos based on some kind of algorithm. So now not only can you get your video to trend in a certain way, but you can get your video to not even have a chance to trend because of this new algorithm, which makes perfect sense why people are having issues in many different ways. It doesn't, it makes sense if somebody's YouTube channel doesn't work out and they're brand new, or even if they have a few thousand views. but it certainly doesn't make a sense to everything else. So what can you guys do about this? What can you guys do who are listeners of the Joe Cronin Show, who listen to my podcasts about wrestling, listen to my news videos about wrestling, listen to my opinion on wrestling, listen to Out of Nowhere, listen to Monetize This, who listen to Corrupted when we talk about non-wrestling shit? What can you do? Here's what you can do. You can make sure you follow me on every single platform I'm on, number one. Especially if you're not a patron. If you're not a patron, then you definitely want to do it. You want to follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show. That way you can get my Instagram video updates and pictures. You want to follow me on Twitter, @RealCronin. But we know that's not always very good either. You want to make sure you tap the bell down below on all my YouTube channels you're subbed to. But even that doesn't work. You want to make sure you become a Facebook follower of mine. Click the like button on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Rage Internet Radio. Not facebook.com/Joe Cronin. It's facebook.com/Rage Internet Radio. I have over 3,000 likes, something like that. Go like the Facebook page. But even then, on Facebook, you have to pay to put out a post to make sure your listeners get it. So the most effective way really comes down to being a patron, $1 a month on Patreon at least, so you get my alerts when I release them. And maybe downloading the Hear Me Out app. I'm also on Hear Me Out. Whenever I record a voice recording of Hear Me Out, people get an alert on their phones if they put push notifications on. So that will also alert you. There'll be a mass alert that Joe Cronin is live. Of course, you can also follow me on Twitter. Or Twitch, rather. Twitch.tv/JCS Gaming. Or Joe Cronin. I'm sorry. It's all fucking so confusing. Fuck you, YouTube. Twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS. We're going to take your phone calls in a minute. And we're going to hear more about what you guys have to say. I'm going to play the donations that are on here, too, by the way. If you guys want to donate to support the show, YouTube ain't paying in ad revenue anymore, so you guys are the reason I'm here doing this. So I got to mention that and get that out of the way at least once. The link is down below if you want to donate. The link amounts are all there. The donation amounts are there in the description box. If you want to have some fun tonight, I very much appreciate you. Thank you very much for anybody who drops even $1 of their hard-earned money to have some fun on the show tonight. But let's get back into Raw.
Well, hold on really quick. I don't think people understand directly. Like, all right, so you're not getting ads, but people are like, oh, you're getting donations and you're getting, you're getting patron support, so it can't be that bad. But see, just the lack of money from, being refused to have ad support and monetization on your videos, that's not the issue here. I mean, it is the issue. But the thing is that once they demonetize your video, it's no longer on the... We're finding out the autoplay feature is removed. It's not on Up Next unless you're already subscribed. But if especially people that aren't subscribed, it's not being recommended. It's not coming up in tops of search feeds. It's basically being, held down in every sense of the word. Once you're demonetized, they view it not safe for YouTube. So especially if it gets a mature rating, then it doesn't pop up really anywhere. Well, so they're suppressing your videos as hard as they can.
I have to fight all of them, and they don't look at them until they get 1,000 views. But anyway, I didn't want to make this too long. I haven't talked about it in a while. But yeah, you've heard a lot of YouTubers talking about it because it's fucked up. But anyway, I want to move on.
You can just get a plot of land have everybody come to the plot, and you can preach our word of wrestling reviews there. We can make it in person.
Well, the good news is Patreon is getting good support, and we're at 311 patrons right now. So if you want to sign up, that's a great place to do it. If you can't, otherwise, enjoy these shows. If you can't, I just recommend sharing this all over the place. Share these videos to your friends, your family. Go to Corrupted Podcast YouTube channel, which is free stuff on there. Podcasts up on Corrupted. Send the Corrupted podcast to all your family and friends. If every one of you shares it with 5 to 10 people, bam, there you go. So that would help out big time. That's how you can help if you don't feel like dropping the dollars. Also, buy the merchandise. But anyway, the merchandise kind of sucks, but some of it's all right. All right, let's move on to Raw. Let's open up the phone lines. 339-226-6610. And real quick, let me play a donation speaking of that shit because we got to pay the bills, and we want to find out what you guys are saying. I don't want to hold up your shit too long. Yeah, people thought that maybe Johnny Gargano, I guess, was coming. I saw some people saying that. I guess I never really believed that was going to happen. I think him and Ciampa, it seems like maybe he'll go to SmackDown. Maybe I don't know. Mark Jack 32, what's up, man? Thanks for subbing to the channel. And here's No Death.
My name is Kane, and I'm Hey Joe and Jake.
Hey.
Monday Night Raw didn't really seem like a shakeup. It was more of a typical garbage Raw with different people showing up. Nikki Bella back on the market. I guess John Cena was allergic to plastic. Hashtag super shit shakeup.
Super shit shakeup. No Death, thanks, man. I felt exactly how No Death felt. It felt like a shakeup or a regular Monday Night Raw where people showed up. Like, that's kind of how... That's how I would describe it. Thank you, No Death. What do you think, Jake? I thought it sucked.
Yeah. I was trying to be positive about a few things and be like a little bit optimistic, but the more the night went on, it just felt like they gutted SmackDown yet again, and I'm curious to see who they throw over there to try and save that sinking ship.
Well, I mean, so face Bobby Roode is back?
Yeah, that's an odd choice. Now they just announced, Glorious Eugene let us know that Shelton Benjamin is going to be alone because Chad Gable's coming back to Raw as a solo act. So they're splitting them up.
So Chad's going to join Jordan again, probably.
Probably.
If they're smart.
It could be, but if they do that, they might just put him as a singles act, and I think that'll be a disaster. Mojo Rawley was just called up as well. And didn't they announce that Zack Ryder was going to be there? I think he was tweeting that before. It's hard to
Zack
keep up.
Ryder, Mike Bennett.
Yeah, Bobby Roode, Connor and Victor, Mojo Rawley, Mike, Bennett, Kanellis, however you want to say it.
Rest in peace to those people.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Breeze and Fandango, okay. Eventually, I'd like to see them apart and do things more so, but
I think their ship sailed, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. And they're both, well, especially Tyler Breeze, I felt was more talented than he ever got credit for. The Riot Squad, that was an odd decision to have, and I feel like they're messing up big time with Ronda. She could be a face, but they're making her so cringeworthy the way she had that interaction with Natalie tonight, Natalia.
What was that, dude? Oh, look who it is, and then pause for 15 seconds for no reaction from the crowd, and then Natty. What the fuck is wrong with you? Who directed that? I want to know who directed that scene. I want to know who directed that piece of shit scene. I want to know who said pause for 7 awkward seconds while Natty goes there's no real reaction, and then Ronda go Natty. How gay fucking dumb fuck was that scene? I don't know who it was. Was it you? Was it Rotunda? Was it the Road Dog? Who did that scene? I want to slap you in the face. I understand. Pause for reaction, but you know what? Natty ain't gonna get a reaction. She smells like cat piss, Leah said. Leah said she thinks she smells like cat piss. I bet she does.
But Natty was a heel last week. Remember?
And she was a heel.
She was facing Charlotte and tearing her down, and so now all of a sudden you have no inclination to know that she's a face. They didn't give you any rhyme or reason to cheer for her. So when she shows up and you're supposed to praise her, why would you?
And why did Ronda act like Finn Balor at a gay wedding? Natty! What was that? Natty! Ronda Rousey completely left character. She was like, well, we're going to find out, Kurt, what's going to happen. Blah, 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 I'm the toughest woman, blah, 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 Ronda Rowdy. Whatever the fuck. And instead of being like, what's up, Natty? Or, hey, it's Natty. Or, oh my God, Natty, are you on Raw? Pan? Or, hot? Or what are you doing here, Pan? Something. But not... oh, look who it is. Or whatever the fuck happened. I don't even remember. Pan, slowly, Natty. Go! Natty! What the fuck was this retard shit we're watching?
And you want to talk about...
This is Raw!
And cringeworthy. Did you see the preview? Diva Bible sent this to me earlier. And, Jacob DeMarco Cronin just reminded me in the chat about it.
The rap?
Oh, my God.
The rap?
Horrendous. For the dual-branded pay-per-view for Backlash, you have everybody singing and dancing together.
Dude, I legitimately, I knew it was bad from the beginning. I kind of wish I kind of watched it, maybe on mute. but I couldn't deal with it. That was like a cringe thing. Like, I was legitimately full-on embarrassed for what they were doing, and I think I might have turned the channel anyway, but the Bruins-Toronto game was on. Dude, that hockey game, the Bruins lost, and the hockey game was better than Raw. The fucking, I would rather watch the Bruins lose to the Maple Leafs again than watch that Raw, and watch that rapping, whatever the fuck scene that was. That was so dumb. All they did was give everybody a bunch of memes. All they did was give WWE fans license to meme the WWE stars and make your stars look like fucking idiots. And I understand that back in 93 or whatever it was, they did that fucking Survivor Series shit song rap too that was dumb. But, you know, that was a different time, kind of.
Yeah, there was a different era, different climate, different, you know, approach to things. This is asinine. This is horrendous. This is so cringeworthy, like you said, that you gave them gold for the meme community to just be like infinite ammo to use for eons now. There is so much bullshit in that commercial. I started watching it. I thought it was a joke. I'm like, what? You see the bar start singing, and I'm like, the fuck is this? And it's not even mouthed right as far as like the lip syncing goes. So then it just gets worse and worse. It's bad. If you watch it on mute, it's hilarious.
Oh,
it's absolutely.
This is all you need to know right here. Look at this. Look at this, look at this. You're gonna love this.
We are the world. We are the children.
Here we go.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones that fucking Jeff Hardy, the new U.S. champion. And I said, hello. Rainbow stuff on. Oh, we are the world, the PG era. We lose the ratings and no one comes to see us wrestle. I am like, what the fuck am I watching on TV, bro? This is Monday Night Raw, right? This is Monday Night Raw, right? Am I sure? Are we in the right place? What the fuck, bro? Kevin Dunn, I'm gonna pull your fucking teeth out with a goddamn fucking scroll saw, you fuck. And then I'm gonna show them to you, you fucking whore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. God damn it. God fucking damn it, motherfucker!
They've ruined everything. And Matt, the Misfit, who calls in the show, sent me this earlier. He picked up and he said, WrestleMania 33 never existed. They're going to Chris Benoit the whole thing. Neville versus Aries never happened. Enzo was never in a tag team ladder match. They erased that. Cena never proposed to Nikki because they're done. And Undertaker never retired. You know, it's like they have something that doesn't go planned and they just rewrite it out. Yeah, exactly. Look at that, bro. Bro.
Yo, it's Captain Ron. It's fucking Captain Ron, dude. Someone get me a fucking picture of Captain Ron.
Oh.
Where's Captain Ron? He is Dolph Ziggler.
You're not wrong.
I'm not. Where is it? Here he is.
You got it? All right. Good old Kurt
Hey,
Russell.
boy. Hey, boss. Can I swab the deck, boss?
Fucking, he's also got the patch in when he was Snake Plissken, too, though, when you think about it. It's fucking Dolph Ziggler right here. This is Dolph and Vince.
Fucking, hey, boss.
Fucking, god damn it.
Oh, that's so funny. It's terrible, though. I mean, as much as we're laughing, it's like... You had Randy Orton lose the title, and then why, who said it here? Yeah, Eli Illinois. He went ahead and said, why didn't Randy Orton, win the number one contender, or why did Randy Orton win the number one contenders match last week on SmackDown when they moved the U.S. title to Raw? What was the point of that?
I don't know, but I'd like to talk about this guy's tweet real quick for a minute. I'm in a bad mood because Raw sucked, so let's just bury people on Twitter. James, the WWE guy, at James Frazier 314. You gon' stay a broke bitch begging for money on YouTube. Did you mean you're gonna stay a broke bitch? Or did you mean you are a broke bitch? Or you're gonna stay a broke bitch? I don't really know based on your English skills, you fuck. And based on that fat whore that you're standing next to, you gon' stay a big fat hippo fucker, James, you fucking cum guzzling homo. How about that? The next time you want to talk shit, don't put the Statue of Liberty in a picture with you on Twitter, you dumb fuck. And by the way, I bet I have more Patreon support than you make sweeping up a fucking bathroom stall full of piss, James, the WWE guy. James Frazier 314. How about that, James? You done fucked your mama, James. Ha 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 ha. You illiterate piece of shit. Now go back to school and learn how to type and tweet if you're gonna try to insult Joe Cronin, James. You gon' stay broke, bitch. You gon' be banging a hippopotamus tonight, James. You gon' be banging a hippopotamus tonight, motherfucker. Everybody who tweets him saying he gon' bang a hippopotamus is gonna get a like from me. How about that, James? You cocksucking motherfucker. Anyway, I'm sorry, back to what you were saying, Jake.
I can't follow that.
I'll even retweet you. Hippo in the pic. I'll speak like you too, you fucking illiterate piece of shit. Watch this, James, you stupid fuck. Look, here's my tweet to you. Hippo in the pic. Hashtag hippo in the pic. Hippo in the pic. I'm even gonna put a hashtag on it, motherfucker. Fuck your ass, you fucking cum-guzzling fuck. You stupid stall fucking janitor sweeping fucking piss cleaning up motherfucker. Hippo in the motherfucking pic. And I'm tweeting it out. Hippo in the pic. It's gonna be a t-shirt tomorrow.
That's right.
I hope your mother has a nice big set of ashes above a fireplace somewhere. And I'm gonna find out where you live. And then I'm gonna break in your house. And I'm gonna rip open that urn. And I'm gonna eat your goddamn mother's ashes, you motherfucker. How about that? I'm sorry. Okay, let's go back to the Raw review. Let's go back to the Raw review.
That's the kind of insult you get from an NY fan. So, just saying.
Oh,
what did you think of this, Mr. Mustang? Huh?
Another New York guy?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck is wrong with that state?
With 5 followers.
Well, 3 of them are the woman that's in the photo with him. Part of it's her chest and neck, and the other one's her head, and then the rest is that big camel puss hanging down between her legs. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let's continue. He took the time to tweet me. I took the time to talk to him.
You need 2 monitors to see all of her. I got you.
Okay. All right. There you go.
So, we start off Raw. Jinder Mahal comes out dressing the one and only Kurt Angle in the ring. Kurt trying not to fuck up his promo yet again. Jinder starts making a list of demands exactly to what Brock Lesnar receives because he's a champion just like Brock. I thought that was good. And he says, I'm going to email you my list of demands. Kurt Angle says it's kurt.angle@nofrickinway.com.
Wait a minute. Did you remember early on Kurt said something that was like Ronda Rousey ripped something? He basically said a tongue twister, and I can't believe that he didn't screw it up.
I noticed that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
really
really funny.
There was a few times that I thought he was going to start stuttering and stammering, and he didn't. He actually held his shit together. When he was announcing all 5 contenders for the match, you could see him start to shake a little bit. He's holding the mic, and he's like, Seth Rollins. He had to think really hard. Finn Balor. Like, he just starts... I was like, oh, come on, Kurt, get through it. You can do it.
I gotta give him credit, man. I give him credit for getting through that. Whatever he created for himself, tongue twister, it was pretty fucking... I was like, wow, he said that. I'll give it to Angle there.
Yeah, as soon as he said it's going to be U5 versus, and he starts naming off. Once he got to Braun, you see like a light switch click on. He's like, "Oh yeah, Braun Strowman!" He remembered suddenly. But yeah, I mean, he got through that nice little form of alliteration, and he didn't fuck it up. So him and Jinder was entertaining. And then to see Jeff Hardy come out, that was a good surprise. I was not expecting him to be going for the U.S. title. I said, "Oh, it'd be cool if he won here," and he did. It was a nice match. It was a bit of a different pace for Jinder. We don't see him with someone a little bit faster. I will say Jeff, you know, he's got a lot more mileage on his body. He's pretty damaged, and he looked a little winded, but I think he's still got a bit of ring rust that has to be worn off. This is his first official match back, so.
Yeah, it's probably the cardio thing. Once you get in there, there's nothing like being in that ring. Sometimes when you're in there, I mean, I don't know, these guys probably much better condition, but whenever I get back in there, and even when I was in shape, when I would get in there sometimes after a little while, it feels like you're running through cement on that mat sometimes. It's the weirdest thing. But that match I thought was good. I got to be honest. I was like, their chemistry was great. I know that Jeff mostly carried the thing and made Jinder look good, but that's what you're supposed to do. So even though maybe Jeff did 7 out of 10 of the work and Jinder did 3 out of 10, they meshed well. And I liked the match. And then the fact that the belt changed hands made me say that I got to be honest, out of everything that happened on Raw tonight, aside from, well, I'm trying to think of what else I would go back and watch. I can't believe I'm saying this, I might actually go back and watch the Jinder versus Jeff Hardy match over almost everything else on the show. Am I forgetting something?
No. Next we had Sasha Banks and Bayley. That was pretty much a bit of a shit show. Bayley screwed up right from the get-go.
Sick of that.
Flubbering around the ring. I think they knew that they didn't really want to do much because they knew that there was going to be interference from the Riot Squad. They're saying, why kill ourselves, try and make ourselves look great if we're going to do. So they started fucking around in the ring. That's what it feels like.
Sorry, 203. I tried to take your call, but there was so much noise I had to get rid of it. But I will take phone calls from other people. If it's busy, guys, there's a lot of calls coming through right now. If it's busy, just try again in 30 seconds later. You might get the voicemail. If you want, you can leave a voicemail, and I might be putting together a video where I answer voicemails. But yeah, try to get through if you can. 339-226-6610. If you don't know the number, I'll put it up on the screen for you. If you're outside the country, then try to add me on Skype, Danny Deadly, DANNY, but I definitely recommend trying to call, even if you can get like a temporary digital number or something like that, but it's a Skype number. So 339-226-6610. I'll just throw it up over here for you. Hippo into pick is trending
now.
Right
He
now.
replies, he says, "Fuck yo, lame ass, dirty ass, dick in the booty ass, fuck boy, go suck that fat bitch Jake DeMarco dick." See, he would talk about sucking off men since he's used to it. That's the problem here, you know? He's channeling his rage outwards. He's tired of going home to a hermaphrodite, and he just can't take it anymore. So he's expressing outward. It's okay.
I'm sorry, I gotta look at this. Dude. Oh my god, dude. Fucking
You were talking about camel toe. That's her balls.
Hippo in the pick. Hippo in the pick is running wild right now. Oh my god. Hippo in the pick.
Trending worldwide. That dancing hippo.
575's on the phone. What's up, 575? How you doing?
Brother Cronin, it is the Nate Dogg. How goes it tonight?
Oh shit. What's up, Nate Dogg? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. So, Raw was abysmal, as we all know, and hate to just keep going over the same stuff, but yeah, so do you think, with Jeff Hardy going to Raw, do you think that, like, negates any hope for Brother Nero at all?
Who going to Raw, what?
Like, with Jeff Hardy going to Raw, do you think that, yeah.
He was on Raw last week, so with him staying there, yeah, I think it'll be a good thing.
Do you think maybe Matt will go to SmackDown, though, is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear his question.
Yeah, I don't think Matt's going to SmackDown, personally. I think they're going to, because who are the top people on SmackDown when you think about it? You got Daniel Bryan, you have AJ Styles. Who else would you say? Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura. Those are pretty much the top four. None of those came to Raw tonight. You know?
So they might be staying. Yeah, you got a good point.
I think they took a lot of mid-card, and they're not going to take a lot back. I think they need more star power on Raw, or SmackDown, excuse me. So they're going to take probably Braun. You know, they're going to aim for more top talent. I think Asuka's, you know, going to stay over there. Obviously, she'll probably go to SmackDown.
I said Braun.
Maybe Ambrose?
And I said I tweeted out Braun and Ambrose. So I think Braun and Ambrose are in SmackDown tomorrow.
And it seems like if the Sanity rumors are true, since they are splitting up so many tag teams and bringing so many more over to the Raw side of things, you know, they brought over Ascension, they brought over Breezango, and they split up American Alpha, then I think the Sanity thing will likely happen on SmackDown. That'll give new people a shot at the belt. So,
Nate, I love you, bro. Thank you so much for the call, Nate. We're strapped up against it. I'm going to try to keep it moving tonight, but I appreciate that, man. And we got to talk about this Rusev thing coming up, but let me punch a donation here and see what's up for a second. We got Peyton Royce's pussy saying the shakeup just moving half the roster to the other show. How is it a shakeup? It should be 4 moves a show, a tag team, a woman, a mid-card, a guy from the main event. Drew was the only move I liked. Well, and he was sort of called up from NXT, Peyton Royce, so there you go there. I mean, I guess maybe you're looking for like the call-up show or something. Because, I mean, you know, you can't shake up everything. You would think a lot of mid-card and a lot of lower-level talent would switch, and maybe 1 or 2 bigger names would switch, right? Like, I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, like, that's what you would think. You wouldn't think all the main talent would just jump off each show. I mean, it would...
no. It would have to be, like, 1 or 2 from each, you know, top level.
It's a shake-up. It's not a... overhaul. You know what I mean? That would be like an overhaul or something.
You want to see my dick? I'll take my dick out right now.
Oh.
I'm Seanzviews Entertainment. And you want to see my dick?
Do you want to see it? You want to see it? You want to see it?
Do you want to see my dick? I will show you my penis. I'm Seanzviews. Don't screw with me or else I'll show you my pee-pee. See my dick.
My goddamn fucking dick.
Do you want to see my dick?
Booby Rude on Raw is good. Turn him heel already.
Booby.
This show was crap. Nothing new. Nero as US champ is good. Dolph and Drew tag team. The Chosen show-offs? No. Ellie Dolo on SD Live baby.
Yeah, I'm not really keen on Drew McIntyre showing up with Dolph. Thank you, the Goon. I expected Drew to show up by himself like, I'm Drew McIntyre. I'm ready for... You know, instead fucking... He comes with Dolph.
Shit bum.
I don't know.
Sup, Joe and Jake. Raw was average tonight. Glad Hardy won the title and saved us from another boring Mahal versus Orton match.
Thanks, the Goon.
Who do you guys think will be on SmackDown tomorrow?
Damn, who's going to be on SmackDown tomorrow? Shit, there's a... Write that question down. We'll talk about it. Jake, you write that one down.
Aye, aye.
And then one more donation, then we'll get into Rusev, and we'll play more of the donations if you guys are dropping them like motherfuckers. And we'll take some more calls in a few minutes. I will let you know when I open the phone lines up again. You may be getting a busy signal right now, because there's about 50 calls coming through.
I'll take my dick out right now. I'm Seanzviews Entertainment.
Yeah, and it usually just keeps happening with those, unfortunately, but thank you so much to... The Goon for the $13 donation. And then thank you to Peyton Royce's pussy. And then Triple Gaming. Thank you guys for those donations. Triple Gaming. Good point. We'll talk about who's going to SmackDown. I'm also going to talk about the Rusev situation.
Thought Raw was decent tonight. Definitely far from the worst Raw this year.
Broken Nikki Bella donating. Which is a great name. Broken Nikki Bella. Thank you, Broken Nikki Bella. I thought it was okay, but once again, not really, I didn't. And also, again, it's another one of these cheat episodes where there's not a whole lot to write because you're just bringing people up, and that's the story. So it's what you would call in television, like, one of those cheap episodes, like a home episode, or like on Star Trek they would do a ship episode when their budget ran out, and it'd be different where like they spent the whole time in one room somehow because they lost budget for everything else. Like it's just like a weird episode where it's different because people are being called up supposedly, but after it's over there's no value to it whatsoever. Meanwhile, if you went back to Raw 1997 or 98 and watched a storyline, like let's say for instance the Ministry of Darkness, where Undertaker eventually abducts Stephanie, you know, and there's a higher power and all that stuff, like you could go back and watch the beginning of that and be like, all right, these are wrestlers and something's going on, and you could watch that as a brand new fan, maybe watch a little wrestling first and then watch that, and you could be like, okay, week to week I'll never forget that storyline, I'll never forget that arc that happened. But will you really remember the shakeup? No. And will you really remember most of these Raws because they're so terrible? No. I mean, it's hard enough for me to remember, hey, remember when Eddie had the feud with Ray, and then this happened? Like, even that's hard because there was so many different changing feuds going on, but you still at least remember a little bit of them. But nowadays, I feel like I don't remember a lot of feuds that go on now because I feel like they just come out, wrestle, then they get told they're having a match, and then things happen kind of in wrestling matches leading up to their match. And I say, don't remember their feud. Don't remember what they did. And I feel like it's devalued. But what do you think, Jay?
Yeah, you're not wrong. No, I mean, it's not memorable. And I feel like they could do a lot more to make these little things exciting. I know it's not a draft, but I wish they did do picks. I wish they did do, where something more so was on the line. And I wish... Who said it tonight in commentary? I think it was Coach says like, oh, there are no rules. And Michael Cole responds, oh, there are rules. And, it's like, well, nothing's clearly defined.
Dude.
If they had said that, oh, we need a champion here, a champion, it could be better organized. It would make it more fun that way.
I'm convinced that Coach is a fucking, like, what is
Did you hear
he
him
doing?
With the Bullet Club line? He's like, Bullet Clubs for everyone.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said, and then immediately after, you hear Michael Cole say, I think you mean Balor Club, and Coach goes, that's what I said, I'm just all excited.
Oh my God, dude,
he's
a
like,
mess.
that's what I said.
Dude, he's a mess.
He doesn't know what's going on.
How does Coach not... How did somehow Coach literally just fill in for Booker T the exact same way? Like, I could go to Raw and add stuff in the background that isn't dumb. And if he's there to bicker with Corey Graves, then it makes sense because it felt like... But it doesn't feel like that. It feels like the Coach says stuff that's so fucking stupid that Corey has to acknowledge that it's stupid because otherwise there's just no way around it. And that's what Booker T was doing. How can Coach come in? I think he's worried about selling his Coach shirts or whatever the fuck he does on Periscope.
Yeah, he's not following storylines. He doesn't really know, unless it's happening in front of him. I feel like he doesn't keep up. Like at least the Sirius satellite, idiots that come in, at least they're up to date with the storylines. They're prepared. They know who the stars are and what's happening in their,
Did you see
matches.
Sam Roberts on the pre-WrestleMania show?
Well, I was thinking more like Rosenbaum and shit like that. But yeah,
he's
Sam
on
Roberts,
Sirius Satellite.
I think gets nervous.
Well, no, Sam. Wait a minute. Let me correct you. Sam Roberts is on Sirius Satellite, and Rosenturd is not.
Oh, all right. Well, that's where I screwed up. But
Rosenturd is on Hot 97.
That I always confuse them too. So.
And Sam calls himself the last professional broadcaster. But during the pre-show at WrestleMania, he couldn't figure out what was coming up next that was fun. He was like,
he was all over the place.
A lot of exciting things coming up. Here, we got a women's battle royals here. And then, it was just awkward. And they might have gone, to his credit, it might have gone to him when he wasn't ready, maybe. Or something was going on. I don't know. But it wasn't very good. And he calls himself the last... If you call yourself the last professional broadcaster, you better bring it. And you better be broadcasting on a platform that's more important than YouTube.
Yeah, it was Graves that said it, apparently, too. So
what?
I thought it was Coach, but it was Graves that said it.
Said what?
I'd rather be wrong for the Bullet Club.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, they're both a mess. I mean, Graves is... heel face, just smart ass. He's just a smart ass is what he is. He's just kind of a dickhead. He's like the guy at the party that keeps kind of ribbing you to look good in front of a hot chick. That's what Corey is like on the mic. And it's not transitioning for me all the way because it's not fully committed. You know, and I don't really buy it when he goes Bobby Heenan either. I do buy him more as that smart-ass comment. See, I think that there should be a heel announcer next to Cole, and then Graves should be the third man in, backing that guy up. So, like, say I was on Raw, and Cole is like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Cole, you're an idiot. Do you understand how good this guy is? Do you understand how strong he is? This guy is one of the strongest guys in the WWE. And then Cole said something like, well, it's not about how strong he is, but what he did was wrong. Wrong, right? It doesn't matter. Look at the size of this guy, Cole. You're a moron. You really are. And then Corey Graves chimes in with it, you know, he's not wrong, Mike. You know, something like that. And like Corey coming in with those third liners.
He can come in with a factor. Well, think about how much, you know,
but Corey's trying to be
his opponents.
But Corey's trying to be that heel guy, and it doesn't work because he bounces around too much. He's kind of like a loner. He should be the third. I know that this is weird because Corey is good enough to be the second man. Corey is good enough to be the one color guy. He is. But with what they do with him on Raw, I'd rather him as the third guy in who comes in with the Game of Thrones references, the Pantera references, the little weird references, and you never know which side he's really going to go on. But in the end, he probably will side with the heel who's going into Michael Cole.
There's too many cooks. Too many cooks. And that's the problem, too, because they don't play off each other well.
They
don't have an established relationship. And Gordon Bombay in the chat said, you know, throw some respect on Coach's name. That was Graves that said the Bullet Club. Okay, I was wrong there. I'd rather be made honest. I thought it was Coach. But.
And Coach is talented. Coach is talented, but
I still feel like he's not prepared half the time. He throws his hat into the mix and he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He comes out with some of the most random shit and he always seems preoccupied.
I just think
that's how I view him.
Coach seems like he's just happy to be there, kind of like how Booker T was. Like, hey man, I swear this is gonna be great. I don't know what the fuck I'm. Coach is the same way. He like just says stuff with a smile. It's kind of like when I talk to my mother about things sometimes. And she just, like, doesn't know what I'm talking about, and I just go, fuck it, never mind. I won't even talk. Why am I talking to her about this? Coach is like that. He'll be like, it's like when someone says something very confidently with a smile, but they're completely wrong, you know? Like, well, Joe, the thing about Donald Trump is he is one of the most different Democrats there's been in the White House in a while. And you're like, Coach, Trump is a Republican. Well, you know what? I meant politician in the White House. You know, that's the thing. He's just a different guy. Okay. You know, like what? Like it's like that's the stuff he does. What? Like, but his delivery is great, but his intellect is off, and I feel like he's not getting directed. And there's only two reasons why people fail like this usually. The first reason is they're not good, but Coach is usually pretty good. The second reason is that someone in the back in the truck isn't helping him. Is like purposely letting them fail, thinking it's funny. And that leads me to wonder if Vince is just like, bring Coach on so we can make him look like a moron so you two can look good. And I honestly think that might be the strategy. Make Michael Cole and Corey Graves look cool because Coach is a dipshit. And I think that's what it is. Problem is, dipshit is annoying everybody on the fucking Raw show who's watching, and they all sound like robots anyway.
He flourished on ESPN when I was watching him with interviews, and he was always spot on. I enjoyed him there. It's not that he's not talented. I mean, he's got a on-air personality. It's just that it doesn't seem to suit him well here. It doesn't fit. One, the three-man booth is really hard to operate. It's always been difficult, no matter who you had in there. You know, put people in their prime. It's still awkward because there's, too much interjection. It's hard to do. You know that. People overstep each other, and it's hard to maintain roles. At least when you have defined roles, like you said, where, you have one announcer, color, the other one's, like more heelish tactics, it works. It flows. There's a bit of semblance and balance there. With this, you have too many people changing and hopping around. So you see them literally contradict themselves, and Cole does it too. He'll say something against somebody. Oh, I can't stand Daniel Bryan. He's awful. He doesn't deserve to be back. And then later on, he's like, oh, but look at how incredible that move was. He's so talented. Well, you just said you couldn't, and that's the problem. Whatever they're getting fed, like you said, from production, producers, things of that nature, it's just asinine. It's coming from too many different angles.
Makes me sick that there's good announcers out there and that nobody that this is what goes on in the WWE. And yeah, most of the announcers have sucked at least on the main roster. Like Corey Graves was much better in NXT, and most of the announcers were better probably wherever they were. So what's the correlation here when people get to WWE Raw? Why are they not good there? So there's a reason.
They're not allowed to
that.
have a free thought. I mean, I always think back to that clip of Michael Cole. He's like, "You want me to say what? I've already said it 10 friggin' times." Okay, yep, and we get those, and it's just over and over again. They have to hammer the silliest points home, and especially when they're recapping things, they can't be themselves. They don't have a chance to interject their own personality.
You're gonna say, "Get the fuck out of here"
when he fires.
Get the fuck out of here. All right. And that's how they deliver things at times. It's just, and especially Cole, he doesn't feel genuine. When he needs to be, loud and effervescent and really get behind something. That's when we get for the love of mankind. Those kind of things. It just doesn't feel realistic.
No, yeah, it doesn't. It feels like garbage. I don't know how these guys call this. When I'm calling an indie wrestling match and I listen back on the tapes and I'm like, oh, I wonder what I did or what did I say and like how did it go? It sounds like it sounds all real. I'm excited. I'm really reacting to the match. And when I hear other announcers, it sounds like they're excited and really reacting to the match. Like when I hear my commentary, I'm real. When I hear Mauro Ranallo's commentary, he's real. When I hear JR's commentary, he sounds real. When I hear Michael Cole's commentary, it sounds like it was clearly written earlier to be said then. For the love of all mankind! It just... Nobody says that. I mean, I get that he was paying tribute to mankind. Like he was trying to find a way to sort of shout out Mick Foley when Shane dives off the top of a cage. And that's why he wrote down, for the love of all mankind. He was trying to obviously fit a little homage to Mick Foley, but that sounds ridiculous when you're not supposed to really know what's going on. Or when you're staring at your notebook to remember what to say, which is even more bizarre. I don't know. Maybe the fact that we saw him looking down at his stuff, maybe that made it seem more fake. But there's other things he does every Raw that's just so cheesy. And then he snaps out of it too and gets real for a second, and you're like, oh, I like that. But then he goes back to robot. And yeah. I don't want.
But
robot.
It was also the reference towards mankind that he made. It just was so. I don't want to say unoriginal because that's not the right word I'm looking here. But it was like predictable is not it either. Like it just. You knew it was rehearsed, and it was unnatural. Like, oh, you knew the move was coming to think of that. It wasn't something on the fly. And especially, like you said, seeing him look at the script sold that fact home even harder. But it didn't feel like something he thought of himself.
Yeah,
that's pretty much my issue with it.
It felt like he'd been holding it all day, but that's what it was. Let's go to the phones again. We'll talk about Rusev, who wasn't in the match, and now he is in the match. And I made a bunch of news videos about that earlier. Maybe you didn't see them because YouTube is suppressing my videos, but I did make them. So go back and look. I'm going to be putting a weekly playlist on Patreon as well, so just any videos that you might have missed, going up on the weekly playlist on Patreon. And now let's go to Sausage.
Hey, what's up, Joe? What's up, Jake?
What's going on?
First of all, I just want to say, Joe, what's your name on Hear Me Out
app? Hear Me Out app. If you download the Hear Me Out app, it's just Joe. I think it's just Joe Cronin Show.
Okay, I tried it. I don't know. Is it just all close together or like?
Yeah, try it all together. It won't work. Try it all together and then try it spaced out. But I think it's all together. I have 515 followers because they keep featuring me. I think it's because we have so many people on there that every once in a while I go to the app and I see like featured artists and I'm like the top 10 and it's kind of funny. But yeah, Hear Me Out app. Download the Hear Me Out app and look for Joe Cronin Show. There's the name right there. It's just Joe Cronin Show.
Okay, and I know you were, it's like crazy because I don't know if it's one of those telepathic things, but it was literally today. I was watching the Ministry of Darkness thing with Stephanie, and yeah, it was. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe Cronin said that, because it was
Stephanie?
It's like a telepathic thing. I don't know,
dude. It's like, I don't remember how long that lasted. Like, I want to say 5 or 6 or 8 weeks or something that went on. But I mean, the thing with Stephanie, at least maybe 3 to 6. I don't remember, but it's just like stuff like that. You could go back to a million things. You know, the Austin McMahon, Austin Hart, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, kind of. You know, a lot of different things. And then even in the future, you know, The Rock and Stone Cold, The Rock and a few other people. You know, and even into, like, remember, like, even the obscure stuff on SmackDown with, like, Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, with Dominic, and, like, just JBL with, you know, there's so many, everything. You remember those certain feuds and those things. Most of the stuff now, I don't know what you're going to remember out of the last couple of years, really.
Yeah, like, you know, well, a couple things, I guess, CM Punk, maybe Daniel Bryan stuff, but...
Okay, that's a good point. You'll remember Daniel Bryan's run. You'll remember that. You'll remember stuff with CM Punk, but that was 4 years ago now. But the last 2 years, I remember, one of the biggest things I remember is, other than the Shield, like, I remember the Shield stuff, and when the Shield broke up, that I remember, which was good, right? That stuff was good. People were cheering for them.
That was pretty good, yeah.
You know, I remember Seth Rollins' run. I don't necessarily remember all the people he was feuding with that much as I remember Seth Rollins' run when he was a heel. That was fairly memorable to me. And after that, I mean, maybe I'm just going blank, but maybe there's something else after that somebody could remind me of. I mean, I liked John Cena's work with the U.S. title. I remember that. That was a moment when he challenged, you know, different people, like Kevin Owens and, you know, AJ Styles and those things with John. I remember those, but don't remember a lot of really storylines and stuff like that.
I think, The Miz and Ziggler. I can remember that from SmackDown and their little feud. Well, with Daniel Bryan mostly, and
I don't remember that. Funny enough, but I don't remember that. But I do a little bit. But
yeah, the stuff with Daniel Bryan and The Miz and SmackDown, that was good with his Miz promo and everything. But
yeah, but it was short-lived.
The Miz moves. Honestly, does The Miz move every fucking shake-up?
Yeah, he has. He's going back and forth. So, yeah, storylines that like really stand out. And I don't want to say everything you did, but like before you said them, I'm like, oh, what about the Wyatt family when they first started? You know, that was a big deal. I enjoyed them for quite a bit.
Which was again
Cena
3 or 4. That's 4 years ago.
That was too long ago. Past 2 years. Ugh.
Woken Matt Hardy's even bringing it up. Highway to Hell, Austin vs. Taker, SummerSlam 98. I know, dude. I can tell you, I remember everything that happened there. The match didn't end up being the greatest thing ever, but that was memorable. And and leading into Madison Square Garden, we're in that weird, because that was Madison Square Garden always gets that weird entrance ramp where it's like 10 feet away from the ring. So like the whole thing was memorable there. Triple H and The Rock had a ladder match at SummerSlam 98. That was a good show, but so many storylines were going on there. That was the one where like Mankind was starting to turn face a little bit.
Yep.
And like Vince was like, "I can hand you a win on a silver platter," and he was gonna face the New Age Outlaws by himself. But then Kane showed up and then beat the shit out of him. Like there was just so many things. Like Jeff Jarrett and X-Pac had a rivalry, and I think Jarrett got his hair cut. D'Lo Brown was doing the chest protector gimmick. Val Venus, I think, was there.
Val Venus, yeah.
Yeah, see, like Sausage fucking knows, and he wasn't even live then.
Come on, I mean, dude, I've been like binge watching everything from then.
You just said it right there, and this is one of the things I've touted for years now, is that the mid-card had important storylines. It didn't all come down to Roman Reigns and the Universal title. You know, there wasn't many stories really going into WrestleMania. There wasn't many marquee feuds that had much going on in the background. Asuka and you know, Charlotte just that was strictly coming, down to the Rumble. Same thing with AJ and Nakamura, came down to the Rumble. Same thing with, quite a few matches. I can think of, even Roman and Brock didn't have that much. Yeah, they have history, but there wasn't much of a story. There was only a few things. Ronda Rousey, and that was slight. There was only a little bit because she embarrassed Stephanie at Mania. But they built off of it better than, what we had there. But still, you look back at the, 97 and up, especially, in the peak of the Attitude Era, everyone was viewed as important. Every from beginning to end of Raw, there was storylines.
I want to show Don Duke's chat. He nails it here pretty much. 97 to 2006, best era. I really, after, 2007 and after is when things really got very lame to me, very lame.
I stopped in 2006, and I started again in about 2009. It was right around when Undertaker, and I believe that was when he was going to face HBK, that I really got back into it.
And, even if you go before 97, go back to stuff before 97, the wrestling business was a little different then. But still, even then, you remember Razor Ramon losing to... You know what's funny is before 97 kind of reminds you of how it is now. Because the storylines weren't really that good all the time. But the moments, they did have moments or feuds that were there. Their feuds were better, but their sort of weekly stories weren't always there. So it was more like it is now, but it was still better in a way because still people seem more important. 1, 2, 3 Kid beats Razor for the money. That thing where he grabbed the money and just ran away or whatever. The matches with X-Pac and Razor back then that was entertaining at a time. That was a moment. Shawn Michaels with Bret, that was pretty good. Bret Hart versus Owen Hart, their rivalry.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up.
Their brother rivalry. Was Austin and Jake was 97, right? Not 96.
No, that was 96.
It was 96. Well, 96 was pretty good too.
Maybe it was 97. I thought it was King of the Ring 96.
I think it was.
I think that was 96.
It might have been, yeah. And if it was, 96 was a little bit okay because that was when things were starting to turn. Some people don't start till 98, but they're wrong. 97 was fucking awesome. I think 97 was definitely was when the whole Hart versus Stone Cold thing, Canada versus US thing. I wish you were here during that live because every week, dude, if they were in Canada, the audience would just boo the shit out of Stone Cold and they'd chant US sucks, US sucks. Then the next week they'd be back in America and then they would cheer Stone Cold and boo Bret and throw stuff at Bret. And they would be fuck Canada, and the whole crowd was fucking raging, dude. The crowd was raging, the people were just shitting on Canada, and Canadians were chanting USA sucks. It was week to week, it would completely change wherever they went. And and you'd hate it when they were in Canada because Bret Hart would come out at the beginning and be like, "Well, I'm glad to be back here in Canada where people aren't goddamn morons," and the crowd would just cheer and cheer, fuck US, and they'd be throwing shit at Stone Cold, and they'd have Canadian flags everywhere, and then the next week they'd go back to Canada, they'd go back to the United States, and everybody would have American flags, and they would just chant Bret Hart sucks, and he would scream at the crowd, and then Stone Cold was over, it was a fucking, what the hell, can you imagine week to week, one crowd completely cheering for Roman louder than Daniel Bryan, cheering for Roman, screaming for him, then the next week going to a different place and him just getting booed and trash thrown at him? That's what went on for at least 6 months, or 4 months or 5 months on Raw. It was fucking awesome. Jake, I don't know if you were watching then, but that was goddamn magical.
No, see, I was watching occasionally early on when Raw first started, and then I got more into it around 96 and 7, and then towards the middle of 97 is when I got hardcore obsessed with wrestling. I've since gone back and watched, since the 80s, but that's when I really became, everything was about wrestling.
Dude, it was so bad. I remember I didn't realize this at the time, but if you watch the Monday Night Wars and the Monday Night Raw stories, somebody says, at the time, they brought in the Patriot because they needed another face or whatever to deal with the Canadian thing, because it was like Owen Hart and British Bulldog and Bret Hart,
Yeah.
and they were all getting cheered in Canada. And in America, it was like we had Ken Shamrock kind of and Stone Cold, but so then they brought in the Patriot, Del Wilkes, who had the fucking Patriot mask on and like basically Mr. America. And
didn't he have the arm tassels too?
I don't think so, no. But
maybe, I'm thinking
maybe he did for a little while, but I don't remember tassels. I remember arm wrists. But he was pretty damn good. But they brought him in. I remember being, as a fan, even being like really, we're gonna cheer for this guy? But we did. Everyone cheered for him because he was wearing the America shit. And for some reason, the Patriot got over, where normally the Patriot is a character that would be a heel. And I remember thinking that as a kid. Like, I can't believe that they got us to cheer for the Patriot because we hate Canada so much right now that we're gonna cheer for the Patriot. So I did, and we did, and everybody did. But then he got booed in Canada. But the Patriot inherently is normally like a heel type of character. And I remember on the interviews with people talking about that time, somebody always says, and I forget who the person is that says it, was the American audience wanted to be the bad guy. They wanted to be the bad guys, so we let them, and that's what they said. But I don't know. I guess so. I mean, I think that everyone was kind of a bad guy at the time. Stone Cold was bad. Bret Hart was bad, and the American audience chose their bad guy, and the Canadian audience chose their bad guy. That's how I felt. I always felt it was two guys playing heels being cheered by two different countries. It was very bizarre. And if you missed that time in wrestling, I feel really, really bad for you if you weren't there. I mean, I was only fucking 13 or 14 at the time, but it was goddamn amazing. Thank God I saw that. And at the time, I felt like I'd been a wrestling fan for thousands of years already, and I couldn't believe what we were seeing. I was like, we went from this very pristine red, white, and blue ropes, very nice little Raw venue, you know what I mean? The Manhattan Center was very pristine looking and nice and little and quaint, to like this dark, dank, big arena where just people throwing trash and flags waving and women whipping out their tits everywhere.
Laser pointers.
Laser pointers all the time on the wrestlers' faces.
Yeah.
And, dude, it was something else. Like, and even then it was like, what in the hell is going on in wrestling? And somebody was like,
attitude. It became raunchy.
It just became a fucking crazy thing. Like, it was weird. And so to see it go from that boring WWE cartoon-looking thing to suddenly the crowd becoming this just fucking massive amount of attitude crazy.
They had a lot of realism to it. That's what got people to go nuts, really. I feel like that's why it took off, because it became relatable. People hated their boss. People hated their jobs. People, admired the beautiful women. You know, they took the things that you could relate to in everyday life, and they just amped it up. No longer did we have the Milkman, and the Patriot too. Now that you say it with Wilkes, didn't he have? Yeah, wasn't his theme Angle's theme?
Oh, it might have been. I don't remember that though. But yeah, it might have been. I don't remember, but it might have.
Or Kurt Angle's using his theme. I'm pretty sure they only redid like a little bit of it. And he had the original Kurt Angle theme, or Kurt Angle had his theme, is what I'm saying.
I don't remember. Maybe let me play it real quick. I'll know in a second. Let's see.
I was trying to, with my slow brain.
Oh yeah, it was.
Go back.
Yeah, it's exactly it.
Because I remember when Kurt Angle came out, and I was like, the Patriot's coming. That was my thought.
Wow, I didn't even remember that. Jesus, I knew his theme. I always thought his theme sucked, so I never even really listened to it. But yeah, it was Kurt Angle's shit. I did not remember that. I thought some nights he didn't even have music, if I remember. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
No, he didn't always.
Well, let me Sausage Man, thanks for calling tonight, bro.
Yeah, man, for sure. And I want to say one more thing. In a way, for me, with the Attitude Era stuff, and how it like shifted back then, it's kind of like hip hop for me, because hip hop and rap back then kind of like, got real hardcore and real gritty, with groups like Wu-Tang or Mobb Deep and like from back then and stuff. That's kind of how I thought of WWF back then with the Attitude Era. So,
well, you know what?
It was just really cool.
It was all going like that, and it's funny. Sometimes people remember back all the nice shows in the '90s and how sweet it was and everything, but it was really, it was really gritty in the '90s. Like the '90s. And it was in the 80s, but I mean, a lot of things in the 90s got fucking crazy. That's when we got South Park, we got like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, MTV. Well, MTV was good.
MTV was badass. Now it sucks. Yes, our type of humor was like mainstream. Our type of humor was mainstream. Now our type of humor is like, crucify that person and send them out of the country. And it's like, what the hell happened, man? But, I don't know. It happens in every generation, though, because when we were in the 90s, you would hear people be like, dude, you should have been there for the 70s. Like, you didn't know what you're talking about. You should have been here in the 50s. Like, the 50s was so happy. Like, everybody...
Yeah, the 2000s. Only 90s kids will remember, that stuff. And, yeah.
But at least I can tell you with conviction that after 2005, 6, and 7 or so, this whole world started getting kind of shitty to me, but I don't know, that's just me. Thanks, Sausage. Love you, bro. Sorry, man. But yeah, 2000...
Good shit with Sausage there. Damn.
Oh, I mean, this dude is 14. If every caller brought it like Sausage, they would get to stay on for like 17 minutes. Let me play some donations, catch up, see what you guys are saying. And then we will get back to more of the WWE Raw Review. Mash Gaming, thanks for subbing to the channel. If you're new, hit the sub button down below. Don't forget, this is only my live channel because my Real Wrestling channel has a strike. Can't go live from it until July 2nd. So make sure to go over and sub that channel, youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show.
ShiBUM.
The truth shall set you free.
Yes.
Here it is. Vince doesn't care about Roman Reigns. All he cares about is his ego and sticking it to the fans. He just won't admit to being wrong. He did Hogan and Cena, and those worked, but this time Roman didn't. Admit defeat.
Admit defeat. Thank you, the Goon. We'll see if Vince admits defeat when he makes Roman Reigns the champion in Saudi Arabia. Goddamn, if he fucking made him the champ in Saudi Arabia and then Roman comes over heel and goes off on the American audience, that'll be gold.
That's money.
Is Kane and I'm donating.
By the way, thank you, Goon, for the donation.
The cure for what Nuldith calls the super shit shakeup tonight was this. My girlfriend got to enjoy the jackhammer. Hell, we have to make up time for when our daughter arrived in the world a little over 2 months ago. Hey, Jinder, take another needle.
Oh, God. Yeah, you see any pimples there? No, death, Jesus. The superstar shakeup was your girlfriend got to enjoy the jackhammer.
The jackhammer.
Bad Omen.
So that's badass.
Bad Omen 666. Bad Omen, thank you, man. What is up, Bad Omen? Good to hear from you. We got some more. Oh, this guy don't like Raw.
Hands in the air. If Raw gave you AIDS, I'm not afraid to say. Raw gave me AIDS, fuck Raw. Raw gave me AIDS, fuck Raw.
Plot of land, mower of lawn, plot of land. Joe, you must get a plot of land and preach the good word. The wrestling word. I caught the ending parts of Raw and I wasn't impressed. I feel bad for SD Live no matter who they get. 4/10 I guess IDK.
Just call me Luke. Thank you, Luke, for the $7, the I Hate Raw donation. 4 out of 10, yeah. I can't argue with it. I can't really... I don't know what to tell you.
ShiBUM.
5 out of 10?
You can all have my sloppy seconds. Nikki's sex got tired like Raw is now. She does have a great fake rack though. Now I must go so movies. Oh, and I don't suck, she did. Swallowed too, like Raw does.
Do you think, hey, John Cena, thanks for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bum. You think, John Cena's just diving into pussy right now?
He has to be.
He's just
so many
it.
great memes today of when he ran up the ring when the referee talked to him at Mania.
Yeah,
people being like, the refs being like, "Oh, you got to get married now, and you got responsibilities and kids," and he just needs to take off.
Cena was just trying to show you what he should have done the Mania before.
Yeah, he's elbow deep in pussy.
Kane and I'm donating.
Or face deep.
It's no death.
Dolph Ziggler says, bruh, do you see my sex hair? This is what I'm going to look like after I split Nikki Bella's plastic-ass cheeks apart.
Oh my god.
I am going to look like a gay troll doll with rabies. Thanks a lot, WWE. Hashtag we are the world of losers.
We are the world of losers. No death, thank you. Somebody,
We are the children.
Where is that rap? Where can I just fucking abominate my eyes again on that just god-awful rap? Has somebody uploaded that to YouTube yet? I wonder, because I want to go check it out.
It's got to be there.
WWE rap song. Like, I mean, it just happened. He is the perfect non-tradable piece of garbage.
I'd love to say something good about Raw tonight. Unfortunately, it was too boring to the point my liver may hate Raw more than myself, and I just hit the bottle and laugh at all this questionable shit they are doing.
I mean, I don't know how you guys watch it, to be honest. I know I have to watch it. I have to watch Raw. But I wouldn't be if I wasn't here. Tyler Floyd, thank you for the $10. The perfect Tyler donation. And I bet you, what is Ty going to stay on SmackDown, or are they going to announce him to Raw tomorrow? Probably. That's what it'll be.
They forgot about him.
Oh, God, it's...
Good evening, Mr. Cronin. This is Jerry D., or Rosmo's lawyer. I warned you the last time you copied my client's social media ranting video concept. Now, you better have plenty of money. Legal actions will be taken if my client so chooses.
Satterley Stevens, LLP, thank you for the $14.14 donation. Thank you, sir. I've actually got the letter right here. That's funny. I do have your notice. Thank you. Thank you for sending this to Mr. Joe Cronin. That's not my legal name, but thank you for sending me a legal document that is not my legal name. I appreciate that.
Felt like I was watching an episode of Bothamania.
How do other people know who the lawyer is? Because I've never mentioned it. How do people know who the fucking guy is?
Dave Rose posted it.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, he posted like Nikki's.
Sip that prime pussy on my face.
Oh.
She looks like gives a mean rim job. Hashtag raw is bleach.
Rambo Mode 92. Thanks for the $5 and becoming a $5 ShiBUM. Watching an episode of Botchamania tonight. Raw got all the duds. Yeah, I'm not surprised. By the way, Rambo Mode, thanks for becoming a $5 ShiBUM. I was gonna say, how does that guy know who the lawyer is? That was so weird. But you're right, Dave Rose. Yeah, Dave Rose was sharing
that whole thing.
I think he shared Nikki's or Bailey's. I don't remember which one. Probably Nikki's. like it's my fault that his ex-girlfriend calls the show and talks about his dick. Like, that's not my fault. She called up. She fucking... I didn't know what she was going to say. Apparently, we don't live in America, to his lawyer.
The commercial Seth Rollins is going to have to end up going to SmackDown because the title went to Raw.
Raw sucked as always. Nothing but commercials. Seth Rollins is going to have to end up going to SmackDown. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, wait, you're right. Yeah, because the U.S. title is coming to Raw, so yeah.
I said the same thing before. Someone was like, oh, now Seth's got to go. I'm
but
like,
Hardy
no,
could go there.
Stupid.
Hardy could go there. So
I mean, yeah, Jeff could be moved over, but that's originally what was planned and announced because they were going to keep Matt on Raw. So. But God knows, it seems, inevitable.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
Gobble it and gobble it.
Looks like Titus and Opala were sitting at Starbucks for too long without buying anything.
Yeah, I think so. They're probably going to SmackDown. Hippo in the pick donating. What's up, Hippo in the pick? Yeah, I think they're going over there. Here comes another donation. We got one more, and then we got a call. He is the perfect pre-show.
Sup, guys? Tonight sucked. Have you seen the NXT script that Liv Morgan leaked out? It'll give a good idea of call-ups for tomorrow. Andrade was only in one episode, so he might get called up tomorrow, and Sanity was in the last, so maybe no call-up for them.
Andrade Cien Almas. He could be coming with Selena Vega. Yeah, let me taste it. Javier, thank you, Javier, for the donation of $10. Ty Dillinger's, just so many people are dead. If Rusev ends up dead, by the way, we thought Rusev was going to come up tonight. We got no Rusev. So is he going to come up tomorrow? Or, oh my God, is he going to stay on SmackDown? I mean, what's going on? And then Ty Dillinger, I don't know. It's a very confused mess, but Javier.
With everybody they took to Raw, I'm imagining he's going to have to stay on SmackDown.
I guess you're right, because, yeah, so many people.
Yeah, they're going to have tomorrow. It's just going to be people going to SmackDown. I don't think they're going to send anybody else to Raw.
You don't think a few people could go?
I think they would have announced just about everybody tonight. I mean, that's pretty much what they did. Tonight was everybody going to SmackDown. They still could, or excuse me, from SmackDown going to Raw. I think tomorrow maybe they announce somebody like, well, I mean, top level. But
they announced so many people going to SmackDown tonight. You'd think tomorrow night there'd be people going to Raw, but also people coming to. Did they announce anybody coming to Raw tonight?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They announced everybody coming to Raw tonight. No one going to SmackDown. Tonight was everyone just coming to Raw. So tomorrow night has to be everyone that's going to be now permanently on SmackDown.
Yeah, I guess I got confused maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's what I was saying. There was nothing to clarify any of this, and there was no clear-cut rhyme or reason. So that's why I'm thinking, everybody they announced tonight, the Riot Squad, Jinder Mahal, Sarah Logan, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Fandango, Tyler Breeze, it just keeps going and going. They're all from SmackDown to Raw. They didn't announce anyone on Raw going to SmackDown.
Everyone's saying I didn't get a joke. I guess I missed a joke on a donation. I think I did because I really don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't trying to avoid anything. I don't get it. I guess I'm a little messed up. Tony's on the phone. What's up, Tony?
What's up, man? Hey, it's been so long since I've called into this show, but it feels so good to be back, man.
It has been a long time.
It's good to see everybody. But I don't think really we expected much from the Superstar Shake, at least so far. I don't expect to see much difference tomorrow, which is kind of sad to think that they're trying to make you think that it's a new era of WWE, but there's nothing really new happening. It's just, you want change. You want to feel like, but it's, next week it's going to feel like the same old shit.
Yeah, and probably tomorrow will be more of a letdown. It seems like on SmackDown does a better job sometimes on regular shows, but on these shows, I mean, there's going to be less that SmackDown gets, right? It's going to be, I mean, I guess maybe it could be cool tomorrow, right? Like, if Sanity comes up, then that's pretty cool. If Cien Almas came up.
I don't want them to, though, because you know how fucking...
I don't want them to either, yeah.
The main roster, I'm starting to listen to you, where I'm thinking, I don't want any of these guys to come up.
Yeah. Yeah, don't come up. Because it's fun for that minute, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun, oh wow, they're here, so cool. And then within 2 weeks, you're like, oh yeah, they're not special here. This is stupid.
Yeah, now what?
Yeah, this is pretty amazing. Didn't we call you? Were you the one that we called Balls Haven't Dropped Yet at WrestleMania 30?
Yeah, that was me.
That was you. Yeah, it was Tony. This is Balls Haven't Dropped Yet. Yeah, unbelievable, dude. Shit, dude, you found that at what was it? It was WrestleMania 30 then, right? So before
it was WrestleMania 30.
It feels like it was 5 years ago, but it was 40. I know. What? It was 2013.
It was 5 years ago because 30, 31, 32, 33, 34.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, it was 2014. Because I found you around the Royal Rumble. Because I saw your great rant about the Royal Rumble, Daniel Bryan not being in it. And then I watched the Mania review, which was great, which was one of the best nights.
I was thinking of you the other day when somebody said, hey, I'm 19 now. I was 15 when I started listening to you, and now I can become a patron because I got this. I got a cool job or something. And I was like, wow, that's crazy that person been listening that long. And when they were listening, they were still in high school, and now they're they're done with college.
I was in middle school. Now I'm a junior in high school now, listening to you, which is
holy shit.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't even in high school when I was listening to this yet.
Damn, next thing you know, you'll graduate, start your own vlog series on YouTube, and start finding dead bodies in the woods. So, I mean, you'll be all set.
I know I'll still be watching.
Found a dead body.
So,
shit,
thanks for
Tony.
letting me call in, guys. It's great to hear from you. Jake, you're doing a great job. And
well, thank you, sir. It's been a long time since you called in. I'm thinking back. It's been probably close to a year.
A year, yeah.
At least.
It just,
you gotta keep in touch.
It feels right for me. been going through a lot too in my life, and just I really need this show with with great laughs. I've been watching a lot of Monetize This lately, which has just been getting me through so much. So it's honestly been my saving grace.
All right, well, dude, I love you, man, and maybe I'll see you at the next Boston show coming up or something.
Yeah, I'll be there. Peace.
All right, later, Tony.
Show is always here for you. You know, so many people have said with Cena and Nikki splitting up that it feels like a work. And I'm like, I picture them legitimately broken up. But then a few people sent me the fact that Toto Bello's premiere is coming up, or soon, either has. And the premiere episode is about, them breaking up, or at least, the start of their relationship ending. And that was from back in January. They filmed several months out, obviously, to put it all together. That'll
get people watching.
Yeah, I mean, it's disheartening to think that it could have been over all these months ago, and they just kept them together to keep up with storylines.
Yeah, they didn't want to give it away.
Yeah,
that they broke up,
and now they just admitted it because it was going to be leaked.
Wouldn't that be weird if the show was like, "Listen, we know you guys broke up, but can you not announce it until we get into the show?"
Yeah, can you just hold out a little bit? Because somebody said that it was getting leaked, so they just came out ahead of it, and they announced that they were breaking up. So,
wow, that blows my mind. But you never know with these Hollywood scumbags what they'll do.
Because I mean, they had to sign so many NDAs and things like that. So, I can only imagine what the legal contract says and how much trouble they'd get in for screwing over storylines and plot points and things like that. So. It certainly feels like their relationship is truly over, but they waited and held on to announcing it because of the show.
Oh my God, dude! Ray in the chat. Ray wrote, "Tony was jailbait back then."
How true is that?
I fucking love Ray, dude. Ray will fucking sit on Tony now. What's up, Ray? That was fucking awesome.
It's too good. It's too good. Can you imagine though having to go through WrestleMania weekend and the Hall of Fame dressed up, sitting next to, and everybody knows Daniel and Bree know that you're no longer together, and you're just smiling down the red carpet because of a freaking reality show keeping you together.
Fuck that! Remember when Brian Saxon just interrupted Daniel Bryan when he was trying to say something, and then he just shit on him? Yeah. By the way, if you guys haven't seen the new Botchamania that's on there, everything is on there. It's a little too long in my opinion, but the Botchamania is pretty fucking crazy. So Art Danger says he went. It was fun. I know Gravy was there tonight in Connecticut. A lot of my friends were there tonight. I would have loved to be in Connecticut. I'm sorry I wasn't. I don't think I'm going to make it to SmackDown on Rhode Island tomorrow either. Maybe I will. I don't know. Don't know, but I know I didn't make it today.
Yeah,
and,
I wanted to go as well, but it wasn't working out.
Thank God I didn't go to the actual show either. That would have been atrocious. But at least they weren't just sitting behind a podium picking people. I don't know why.
That was terrible when you were there for SmackDown. That's what I was expecting for this. I guess that's a little bit better than the draft. But everyone was so excited, and then they come out and they announce Finn Balor, and he was in NXT. We're like, oh, great. And they just show his picture. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, like, oh, no. Not again.
I had assumed that Charlotte was going to come to Raw. I know a few other people mentioned that.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see but we didn't see that happen. And with them just moving people, from SmackDown to Raw tonight, I don't think anybody else is getting moved, to Raw tomorrow. I think they're just going to take people from Raw and bring them to SmackDown or NXT.
It could be.
That's the odd part. So they could bring up Sanity still. They could bring up Almas. They could, I'm
concerned about Drew McIntyre being with
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler, yeah.
Yeah, if that's a long-term thing, then they've fucked up already. This better be very short-lived. Like you said, they could have been nervous with people not knowing, if they were going to react positively to McIntyre. But did you hear the crowd chanting, unanimously for him?
Yeah. The
crowd was good tonight in Hartford too. They were better than usual.
Not everybody knew him, but a lot of people did. and it was like, oh man, I wish that they let him just show up by himself and beat people down. I kind of get what they were doing, but I don't know. And yes, we are playing PUBG in a little bit later, so yes, that is an answer to that. Let me play a couple donations here.
ShiBUM.
Can we take a moment to acknowledge Samoa Joe's mic skills?
Always good.
One of the best right now, 5/10 Raw.
Samoa Joe's always good. It always feels like he's sort of allowed to go out there and just say what he needs to say, and he really remembers what he needs to hit. So yeah, absolutely, always one of the top 5 guys on the mic right now. You know, John Cena, Samoa Joe, and then maybe 3 other guys. Blue Easy, thank you, man. 5 out of 10 Raw. I'm right there with you. I'd say the same thing. 5 out of 10 because it was somewhat exciting to see what was going to happen, but in the end, there wasn't much of a good story for next week to me. Anonymous. John Cena dumps Nikki Bella, leaves her laying. Q, I'm here to show the world. And Dolph Ziggler cashes in. What? Oh, on the pussy? Like he cashes in, like inserts himself into her? Ah, I get it. That whole thing with Dolph Ziggler in the back and Nikki, huh? Yeah. Imagine Nikki prancing around with Dolph Ziggler. Like for real, though?
That's an odd pairing, but a lot of people are saying that Mickie James and John Cena were hooking up, so.
They were a while ago. We think they are again?
Yeah, again. Yeah.
But doesn't she have a husband now?
Does that matter? I have a goldfish. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Well, you're talking about shit that doesn't matter.
It doesn't, I guess, but yeah, wow. She just had a baby, though, too. That's really weird.
ShiBUM.
Yeah, that's the thing with,
Coach on the mic just makes the show entertaining. Drink every time Coach makes a dumbass comment, take a shot, and by the second half of Raw, the show sees better, keeps me at peace of mind rather than pissed off. Writers don't give a fuck. Why should he?
Tyler Floyd, thank you. Yeah, I feel like they don't give a fuck, and the people directing him don't give a shit. I feel like there's nobody really. Either they're completely undirecting some things, or they're completely over-directing. It seems like there's never a happy medium for people on this show. I mean, at least that's just what it seems like to me.
ShiBUM.
Thank you for the donation.
What's up, gentlemen? I think society and started changing right after 9/11. Things have not been the same.
Yeah. You might be right. It did start getting weird after September 11th. You're not wrong, Vito. V2 of Doom, Vito. Your own government might have even done it, so I don't know. You don't get me started on everything that happened after 9/11, because our whole fucking society got ruined after that, and our freedoms got taken away after it. So I don't know, man. Kind of fucking weird that our whole lives got destroyed after that happened. Got all our freedoms got taken away.
ShiBUM.
John Cena leaves Nikki Bella laying in the middle of the ring. Q, I am here to show the
He double
world.
donate?
I am here to show the world. Dolph Ziggler cashes in on Nikki Bella's used up pussy. At least she's not as used up as Sunny.
Oh my God,
me, baby.
That last line wasn't in there last time.
No, that's what was missed.
Bearded gentleman, thank you, bearded gentleman. Thank you to Tyler before that too with the donation. Can you hear these, Jake?
No.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, Patriot Act, don't get me, man. Come over to Corrupted Podcast YouTube channel, and you can hear me rant about all that stuff.
ShiBUM.
You need to stop, Joe. Your fans are pure fucking cancer. I'm going to go to the lawyers and file a lawsuit against you and your fans.
Good luck. That's all I'll say about that. Good luck.
Thanks for the $5.
Oh my God. That's fucking hilarious.
Before we did miss the joke, by the way, Hippo in the pic, when he donated, he said, looks like Titus and Apollo were sitting at Starbucks for too long without buying anything.
Oh.
Well, Squidward said, in case you guys didn't know, Owcat, there was a incident where 2 black guys were at Starbucks, and the manager called the police because they were there too long without buying anything.
Oh, okay.
I didn't hear about that.
Milton Vrang, thanks for the sub. And you're right, I didn't even hear about that, so I wouldn't have gotten it anyway. But I kind of got it anyway without you telling me that, so.
Glorious hair. Glorious here. Local backlash ad still had the snooze fest of Orton and Jinder for belt. WTF.
Glorious.
Also, who is Taker facing at Greatest Rumble? Jericho? Or is Vince literally burying Rusev? Also, clusterfuck women's match with Ember tonight.
Yeah, the women's stuff was all a mess tonight. I hated everything. It's all bad. It's all looking bad for the women right now. Glorious NYC, thank you, man. What's up to New York? Yeah, Bailey and Sasha. I'm sick of them not actually having a match and things being interrupted and stuff. It's pissing me off. And it's not like, oh, you know, they're building stuff up and everything like that. But no, it's been built up already and then unbuilt, and I'm uninterested. And by the time anything ever does happen, there's going to be no one left that's goddamn interested. By the way, guys, hit that sub button down below and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell as well. Hit the like buttons, hit the share buttons, hit your own buttons. If you're a woman, click your mouse button. And then, of course, subscribe to my other channel, Joe Cronin Show, my real wrestling channel, youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. And my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Corrupted Podcast. And in a few minutes, we're going to be going live exclusively over on Twitch. We'll see if that works. I don't think it will. I think Twitch is scumbags, and we'll never get partnered over there. I got a denial today from Twitch that denied me a partnership again. So some people are saying it's because I'm co-streaming, but you know what I mean? I'm not even partnered yet or even close. They don't even say that. Like, don't stream on both. They don't really tell me that. But I'm going to try to just exclusively stream on Twitch tonight. Just stream on Twitch and see what happens. And I don't know, maybe I'm going to give it a month, and if it doesn't work, I'm just going to raise hell on those fucks. I mean, what do you got to do, man? Over 100 people in every stream for hours, still not partnered, still can't get commercial ad revenue. Commercials play, I get no ad revenue. One of the things I'm going to be doing over there soon is enabling it, or basically making all the VOD, the videos, so that you can only see them if you're a subscriber. So you'll be able to watch my live broadcasts, no problem. But you just won't be able to go back and see the old broadcasts or videos I upload unless you're a subscriber on Twitch. So you can watch for free, you can follow for free live, but the VODs will go up for subscribers only. That's a way to generate at least something on Twitch for ad revenue besides the bits and all those other things. Because Twitch won't fucking partner me so I can get some commercial ad revenue. They play fucking commercials all over the place. I don't get a dime out of that. And that's stupid. Anyway...
Yeah, they'll interrupt your streams, but not let you benefit from it.
Yeah, they'll interrupt my streams, and then I don't get a cent. Like, I don't get something. Fuck you, Twitch. So I'm just gonna enable. We got 50 subs over there anyway. We got to talk about Rusev.
Yeah, and what sucks is that you don't know when people are seeing commercials because it happens at different times. Right. At least then you can schedule when you go into a commercial break, so you can do it when you go to the bathroom or
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Twitch is terrible anyway. I mean, they're more strict than YouTube, but at least they're like. The algorithms or whatever over there makes, it's like there's no really way to get seen on there. Like, it's, unless you're just huge.
Growth
already.
Is next to impossible, but
yeah, I mean, so like even more so, the need for ad revenue or something over there is important to smaller streamers. I mean, and I'm getting hundreds of people coming in. So what do you do? I don't know. So that's what I'm going to do.
We should look into Mixer next. If Twitch doesn't.
Why though? What is Mixer going to do? They don't do anything.
Well, they've been taking a lot of bigger streamers from Twitch, and they've been going over to Mixer and getting better deals and seeing much larger streams of growth.
Well, fuck it, I'll try it. But it looks like shit over there. But I'll try it. But I don't see any way of ad revenue over there. But if you tell me there's ad revenue over there, maybe I'll go. Larry Funk is on the phone. Before we talk about Rusev, we're interrupted again.
Oh shit.
What's up, Larry?
Hey, what's going on there, man? How you doing, brother?
Larry fucking Funk! What's up?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling a little bit better these days. I just wanted to say, I give Raw a 10, even though I didn't watch it. Fuck it, if Tommy can do it, I can do it. Fuck it. But, I do want to say that Tommy NC 2010, it should be put in the WWE as the transgender champion.
You want him to take on the transgender champion, who is James Ellsworth?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'd like to see that. And then Tommy could actually not disclose his actual sex too. It'd be crazy.
Hey,
from parts unknown with parts unknown,
From parts unknown with parts unknown. Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious.
Hey, and Sula don't need to get pissed off because Nikki's been polishing my knob for the past few months.
Oh,
okay.
That's why John got upset because Larry Funk was getting in on his business.
How you feeling now, though?
Hey, man, I get functified, man.
You functified? How you feeling, though? You getting better? Is things going better?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm riding off this morphine right now. My liver hurts, but I can't feel it, so it's okay.
Wait, so your liver hurts after the transplant? It hurts?
Just a little bit of the numbness from the surgery. That's about it.
Oh, okay. Did they say that goes away after like 6 months or something?
No, it's going to probably be with me for the rest of my life because they had to cut into some of those nerves.
Oh, really? Okay, so I didn't know that. Wow, so that will just always be kind of sore, or you always feel like a scar.
Yeah, I got a beer belly with one ab. At least the scar looks like an ab.
Hey, if you start working out, though, maybe, you lose that beer belly, might start pulling on it less or something. I don't know, you get ripped. What if you get ripped? That'd be crazy. By the way,
yeah, man.
In Connecticut tonight, not sold out. Gravy sent us a photo. Nowhere near sold out. So Gravy.
Damn, and the XL Center is not that big.
It's a small place in Connecticut, dude. In Connecticut, where the headquarters of WWE are.
And they were pushing those tickets hard.
And there's more to the left.
Vince fucking McMahon, you need to hire Joe Cronin. He'll fucking write up some killer shit for you.
I'll do something. I used to say that I wouldn't be that good, so don't even bother. But somebody's got to be better. But you know what? Fuck it.
Let the fucking Cronin army take over. We'll show them how it's done.
What?
I said, let the whole fucking Cronin army take over. We'll show them how it's done.
Oh, right. I mean, let us do something. Yeah, it'd be better than this. I'm telling you, there's no way it couldn't be better than this. I would take the listeners' suggestions over this stuff. I wouldn't even just be wanting to be there myself to help. I would take some of the listeners' ideas. I mean, I'm not talking about this baby spoiled thing where every week everybody complains about one thing, then they complain when it happens. They complain. But I'm saying that, man, we would make decisions that make sense over here. Larry, I'm going to let you go, man. But, dude, I'm so happy that you called tonight because I haven't heard from you in a little while, and I feel good about it. I love you, Larry.
I love you too, man. Jake, love you too, man.
Love you too, broski. Stay healthy.
Up, man.
All right, baby.
Everybody in Cronin Land, love you, man.
All right, love you, Larry. Hit me up later or whatever. Message me whenever. I got to follow you on Twitter again.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Larry. The legend, Larry Funk.
Glad he called in.
Good to hear from
doing
him.
well.
Now let's get to Rusev. Thank you, Larry.
We can get back into
what
it.
the fuck?
So goddamn bizarre. So we originally get, without much fanfare, a match announced. Undertaker is going to take on Rusev in a casket match. And Rusev sends out that tweet, bury me softly. And then Lana says she doesn't want her husband in a dangerous match. The match gets canceled, and they add Jericho in place of Rusev. Then they cancel that match, and Lana sends out a new tweet saying that basically she's giving permission for the match to happen. And now they put the match back on. What the fuck?
How mad are the Saudi Arabian people going to be that a woman made the match?
It's bizarre. They're not going to be happy about that much. And her comments were pretty perplexing too, the way she had put it. Like, I understand that part has to be a work, but come on, what the hell?
Dude, the memes that were sent to this guy about Hippo and Depic, like,
he got so many. I think his account's locked now too.
There is so much bad stuff. Like, it really is pretty unbelievable.
Oh yeah, they went in on him hard.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Lana said, after much thought, I notified WWE officials that I have changed my mind. Rusev will celebrate Rusev Day by burying The Undertaker in the sands of Saudi Arabia, and will win the casket match. Have a happy Rusev Day. So then WWE tweets out, after Lana's endorsement, the casket match is back on between Rusev and The Undertaker.
I don't get it.
It's just a very odd situation. Why? Especially when they announced that Chris Jericho was going to,
Why would they announce that Jericho is taking over for Rusev and then he's back? I mean, I think an article just came out about Jericho, how he found out about being in the Rumble or something. Like, where's that article? It's somewhere on here, and it's like, I'm looking for it.
I know what you're referring to, too, as well. I was reading it earlier. And then on top of it...
What does he say?
I'll pull it back up. But you have Rusev that says that he's basically got one foot out the door, it seems like. We thought he was all but done when they canceled the match. It's perplexing.
Like, dude, I pulled up the article, and it says, being king of the casket match. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be fun. I'm the king of the casket match. I mean, I'm undefeated in a casket match, and I go to Saudi Arabia for it. It's a pretty interesting setting. And I think we're going to have a great time. Like, this was just earlier today.
Yeah.
What? I mean...
And he said, he went ahead and he put it on his Instagram. There's a picture of him with fire on a casket. It says Undertaker versus King of the Casket match.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, he goes on. He's like, the Undertaker, the casket match belongs to the Undertaker. But I'm the king of the casket match. I'm undefeated. And like you said, it's like, okay.
You know what? Let's ask him. Let's see if,
You're going to have to tweet him.
Let's see if he gives us the answer. Maybe, I mean, I doubt he will, because there's probably some weird backstage reason or something that I don't know what the fuck. But I just retweeted it on I retweeted my own retweet, because I do that sometimes so I remember where my tweets were. And I pinned it to the top of my Twitter. So feel free to jump to the top of my Twitter anytime you want right now and retweet the shit out of that. And let's see if Jericho has any answer whatsoever for why.
I mean, with this match, we've got, they said 7 titles on the line for the show, for the Greatest Royal Rumble. We have 20 stars already announced and confirmed for the Battle Royal. The Rumble itself. We got Daniel Bryan, Braun Strowman, Big Show, Kurt Angle. They announced that Big Show is going to be in this. I felt like that was done without any fanfare as well. We haven't seen him wrestle since that cage match against Braun. He's going to be in the 50-man Royal Rumble, and they just tweet it. And his name's in a list with Big E and Kofi Kingston. I figured they'd be like, oh my God, the Big Show's returning, and nothing.
One of the
Kane, Bray Wyatt, Apollo Crews, who's getting the last part of his name back. He's getting the last name back finally. So he'll be Apollo Crews again.
There's so many different things to why it could be that this is happening. I mean, one thing that came out was like, well, Jericho, it looks like on this other thing I'm reading is, one of the things that came out could be that Jericho was upset with the match or something. Like, they said it was going to be like a really quick squash match. Undertaker doesn't plan to wrestle for long in it. So maybe Jericho said, well, I'm not going all the way to Saudi Arabia for that. So let's not do that. And maybe WWE didn't realize that was going to be the case. And so then they went back to Rusev. So perhaps WWE made the choice, like, that's why. I mean, there was lots of speculation that Rusev was unhappy in WWE, saying all these things, and that's why they removed him from the match. Because remember, he crapped on the match. Like, they tweeted out, like, oh, Rusev in the casket match with The Undertaker. Remember then? Then Rusev kind of crapped on it and said, bury me, brother, and changed all his Twitter icons, took all the WWE stuff off his whatever Twitter. And that's when Rusev went kind of WWE mute on Twitter. And then all of a sudden they pulled him and said, no, Jericho's in the match now. And it felt like, oh, that's a replacement type of thing. And now Jericho's out of the match, and now Rusev is back in the match. So I don't get it. Regardless of how bad they screw over Rusev and how they have mishandled Rusev and could possibly mishandle Rusev, I see Rusev versus Undertaker still as a great thing for Rusev. Yeah. You want to be in a match with The Undertaker in a casket match. And just think of it. When you weren't in that match, it was going to be Chris Jericho. You're in a spot that Jericho could be in. That is something that you would be like, sign me up right now. I'll be the one that gets put in the casket by The Undertaker. But I don't know, like in a way it's And in Saudi Arabia, who cares, right? I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe they were a little worried Jericho would get cheered too, and they wanted Undertaker to get. I don't know. So maybe it was just their decision based on that. There's so many different things, but the one thing coming out.
But that's odd too, because Rusev was going to get cheered as well. So.
I mean, maybe they'll just cheer everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, the whole thing is just unorthodox and pretty baffling. And we finally got to see what they will receive for, the winner will get.
Wait
for
a
the
second.
50-man match.
DLY 311 in the chat. How did I get worked? How did I get worked? How did I get worked? How did anybody get worked? Did they literally tweet it out that a match was happening? So you're an idiot, Mr. No Icon Fag Boy. You're the fucking idiot. And if you came here to see a grown man cry over a fake wrestling match, then you are a moron. Why are you looking up WWE videos and coming in here to watch them then? Huh? Why are you coming in here? Why would you come in here to talk about wrestling then? Why would you come in here to hear a review of Monday Night Raw? And if I wanted to hear crying, I would go back in time to when you were 7 years old and your family fucking fucked the fuck out of you, you cunt motherfucker, you piece of shit. Your daddy fucking likes you too much, and that's why you're in here, you cunt motherfucker. Fuck your dad, fuck your kids, fuck your family, fuck your mother, you whore. I'll fucking go to your channel right now, and I'll stick my dick in your channel because it doesn't have any videos, you cum-guzzling fuck. Go fuck yourself and eat a goddamn dick, you homo. Suck my goddamn dick, motherfucker, because I'm a goddamn god, and you're a little chat boy. La 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 la. Get the fuck out, Hamza style, motherfucker. Oh man, dude, welcome to the show, motherfucker.
How about them Bruins?
How about you go fuck yourself, Jake?
Oh, fucking A. I'm telling you. Some people just don't learn. But, like I started to say, we found out what the 50-man match winner gets. A fucking trophy.
They should get like a fucking naked woman.
They should get Nikki Bella.
They should get Nikki Bella. A date with Nikki Bella's on the line. Now that she's free,
you have to get married to Nikki. Now make it because she can't show up unless she's somebody's husband.
No, they wouldn't allow
that.
So
you have to marry her.
And she's in like a hood and shit. And they wrap her fucking like around her face.
Or those burqas? Yeah, we'll have to cover her entirely.
Motherfucker.
Be some ankle porn going on.
Cover that big nose bitch up. Cover that big nose up of yours, Nikki, you fuck.
Shit bum.
Yeah, but this
Mickey
thing
James'
is,
husband is Magnus.
Magnus is Mickey James' husband, so Jesus.
Yeah.
Magnus is going to kick somebody's ass if that happens. The Bear, 1322. What's up, Bear? And thanks for becoming a patron again, Bear. Or maybe you upped your patron, Bear? I think Bear upped his Patreon, if I remember right. I'm sorry if I forgot that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. What the hell did you just send me?
I sent you, that's what the trophy looks like. The WWE in Espanol video also revealed the trophy of the match winner will receive.
Looks like a Saudi Arabian building. Oh, no, it looks like the thing Edward Nygma used in Batman Forever.
Yeah, to take everybody's, take over their minds.
Yeah, look at this. Red Sack Animation. Thank you, Red Sack Animation, for subbing. Look at that. Look at that fucking trophy. That looks like one of those Abu Dhabi buildings that Awandi has over there. In a different country. That's funny. That's so funny. Nice trophy. Glad this thing is booked seemingly more important than WrestleMania.
Right?
Good job.
Like you said, they're trying to retcon the previous Mania and the Royal Rumble at the same time. They made you forget about last year's WrestleMania with this one, and then they're getting rid of the Royal Rumble from this year with this one. And then we got the steel cage match, so they're ignoring this Mania's results with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. We got the IC match. We have the tag titles, because they're vacant still. We got the SmackDown tag team title match. Cruiserweights, everyone's still saying that we're going to get some surprises there with Cedric Alexander, but I'm not so sure. I don't know. What do you think? You think we're going to see anything come out of 205 Live for tomorrow. Any new cruiserweights with the shakeup?
Maybe they'll get one thing. I don't know though. I don't care. I think they need Neville back.
Well, that's what people are getting at, is that Neville's going to return.
Imagine if he did. That'd be weird. I feel like he's never going to come back now.
It's been rumored. I don't believe it. I have a hard time getting behind that one. Like, we could see him backstage with his trunks on, getting ready to go, till he walks out the curtain. I'm not going to believe it.
And yeah, I mean, I saw someone mentioning, I understand reaching out to kids, but the gay thing, I mean, I don't care. Like, I don't mind if the WWE shows that, you know, if certain people, like, you know, show that they're open-minded to everything, because that's fine. That's not even a problem. I think it's just the idea of the cookie cutter situation of like, oh, this person represents black people rights for this. This person represents the LGBTQ blah blah blah. This person represents that thing. This person's supposed to be that thing. And then like they go out there and then the storylines are just abysmal. And I think that why the fans are negative to a lot of that. I mean, there's a lot of fans that aren't. There's a lot of fans that are like, "Yay!" But then there's a lot of fans that are way more cynical towards it. And this is going to be a problem for WWE. I am telling you, and there's nothing to tell you. You guys know already. Anybody with a goddamn brain already knows that this is a major issue. And listen, we've gone way too far into the Raw review. We are going to end the show and get into PUBG at this point because it's already 1 in the morning. So I'm going to move over there, start playing some games. I'm tweeting Troy now. D-Moon, hit me up if you're there. And anybody else who wants to play, hit us up, let us know. I'm game. We got a goddamn chicken dinner last night. Jake, did you see that shit? You didn't.
I did not.
God damn it, dude. We got a goddamn chicken dinner last night, Jake.
Fucking A right.
I got the last kill, too.
It must have been delicious. I did see the clip of you getting blown the fuck up with a mysterious grenade.
That was a game or two before it. But yeah, that was like, what the fuck? Like, how did I get killed? And we got second place. And then a game or two after that, we did it, man. Himmelgod was like hiding on the side. And then D-Moon was outside, didn't see him. And then Himmelgod finally, I told him, I was like, go inside, go get him, go after him. And I stayed outside staring at him, and I was jumping up, trying to shoot him, jumping up, trying to shoot him. And then Himmelgod, when he got to the bathroom, the guy got up because he realized someone was coming for him. And then I was able to pop him in the head.
Oh, nice.
So
that's how you do it.
Not only has Himmelgod assisted with this channel's survival, but he assisted with the kill last night. And so shout out to Himmelgod. Speaking of Himmelgod, let's take a look at the weekly top donators and give some people some shine here. This is the top weekly donators as it stands right now. I just want to shout you all out. The Goon at the top, $32. Awandi, 21. Tyler Floyd. Null Death in 4th place. Broken Nikki Bella. Javier. Hippopana. Hippo in the Pick. Hippo in the Pick. Got Trey in there. Just Call Me Luke. And Bad Omen. 666 donation. So thank you guys. That's the beginning of the week, and you guys are the leaders. I'm going to try to flash this up at least every show now so we can figure it out. And so thank you guys for contributing, being the ones that keep this show going the way it does. And then we got a shout out to... God damn, did he really give this much? Holy shit, this month. This is the top 3 of the month. We'll do the top 10. Fuck it. Give everybody their fucking love. God damn it, man. Look at this, bro. If I can fucking grab the thing. Why can't I grab the thing? There we go. Joe Cronin's Cock Must Win, #1. The Goon, Jason Tarr.
Helping you win on Friday.
Dude, I can't believe he did that. Although he did cock block. We talked to Himmelgod off air. We found out Himmelgod was... he was like, nope, he can't win. He can't not win, so I'm not going to bother. So it's kind of funny. He's been helping me win, but then all this bad stuff happens. But he has supported with a ton. So Joe Cronin's Cock Must Win. I salute you, sir, for your service as well, because I know who you really are. The Goon, Jason Tarr, Schleppy, Brian Himmelfarb, Just Call Me Luke, Joe's Male Sex Slave, Himmelgod's Servant, Tim Drake, and Bry Guy. Thank you all for being in the top there. Appreciate that. Anything you want to say about Monday Night Raw? I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Everybody in the chat right now, what did you guys give it? Let me see what you guys are at right now with your ratings of WWE Raw tonight. Make sure you guys go over to Twitch in a minute. We're going to be live on Twitch in a second, so Make sure you jump
what
over
did you
there.
think of Ember Moon and Nikki James?
I honestly didn't watch it. I saw their entrances, and then I went to go grab some food.
Yeah,
what
it was an okay match. I felt like
Really?
they could have given us something really good, but again, it was 4 minutes long, so it barely had
Oh, so
time
then there was no point in watching it at all.
Yeah, it barely had any time to get off the ground, and when Ember Moon hit the Eclipse on Mickey sold that thing like a old-time, rock-selling Stone Cold Stunner, where she kind of like flipped over herself and went towards the corner. It was pretty cool, but...
Well, damn, I'll watch that then. That sounds funny. Like,
yeah, when she got the stunner from the top rope, and Mickey James sold it.
I love Mickey James. Like, I like her, man. I don't love everything about her, but I just really respect her as a wrestler. What a veteran now. It's amazing to think she's a veteran now, but and to put these other girls over, to go out there to try to make them look as good as possible. I really, really appreciate that out of Mickey. I notice it. You know what I mean? I don't know if everybody in the WWE universe can notice it, but I mean, we definitely noticed that, and I thank her for that. And I got to give a shout out. The other day, it was Renegade Joe Compton hitting the 5,500 mark, and a Wandy hit 5,000 bits on Twitch, and Shell was up there and everything. But it's reset tonight, so we're gonna have a whole new set of rules over there on Twitch. So guys, come meet us over on Twitch. I see you guys are giving it mostly looks like 4 out of 10s and 5 out of 10s and 3 out of 10s, and some people are giving it 6s. So not a very great show tonight for WWE, I don't think. But we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna try to play by Twitch rules as best as possible, and I'm gonna end this show and I'm gonna stream over there only. So everybody get over to twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS. Joe Cronin JCS is the name on Twitch, and we're going live in just a few seconds. So come on over there. Let's have some fun. Let's PUBG, you motherfucker, and let's see what happens. All right, guys. Thanks for being here for the review. Tomorrow night on SmackDown, I'll try to take more phone calls. If you're on Patreon, look for stuff to be up there as well. And we'll see you on Twitch right now. Let's do it. Awkward pause. Attempt to stop stream.